Coming into game 2. Pretty sure that we'll see that Anivia as well as the Ashe down on that ban list. We'll have to see though. Maybe TSM take Ashe for themselves.
Shen 2 gonna find himself here. TSM not gonna play against that global pressure. KFO, I was very impressed by his Gnar in the last game as well. So that very well could be another focus for Echo Fox. I mean, really the only big things that cost Echo Fox were a couple of calls to chase people, as you said, chasing Bjergsen at first and then down the river as well. And that was just a little bit too much extra gold and pressure to
too
get
much.
back
And know where Keith is. Keith is always the caboose too much. It's got to be in the middle. Put that Ashe right in the middle of the team comp. Give him a little more protection. What is our final ban here from Echo Fox? Heaven Time says it's Rek'Sai. Actually, it will not be a first pickup. That still leaves the Elise, the Nidalee on the board. The Gragas still, the Svenskeren.
I told him between games, next guy who mouses over Teemo is going to have to lock him in. And Hauntzer said, okay, if you come down and do it, I will play Teemo.
All right,
we're all the way up here on
I got this champion select. Take leave, Kobe.
Maybe can I text that ref behind him? This oops, locking button.
I don't think any phones are allowed on stage.
True, actually, that's very true.
Yeah.
No phones, no cheating, people. Let's see what TSM want to go for here, though, because top jungler is off the field. Bjergsen can blind pick a Victor or something like that. However, no real need to jump on that early. I do like the Braum as well. Okay, Sivir is going to be big for double if we saw how big it was in the last game. And people are really just circling around this champion like, there's not a big enough difference that you can make in lane. Even though you can play, like Sivir, Lucian or Jhin or something into her, you can always do lane swaps, and towards the mid and late game, just so much control with the Sivir. And once you hit those crit multipliers, things start to get ridiculous. So TSM going to go for that instead of the Braum. Meanwhile, Braum is one of the premier counters to Sivir. Not really in the lane, but putting up your shield and destroying the Ricochet. They
decide to do. Jhin kind of acts the same as that Ashe in a way. You have hardly any movement to get out of a fight, but you can still start it from long range for your team. Slow multiple targets, get through that Sivir shield. Seen quite a bit of Jhin lately. Kez going back to his tried and true, the old Elise for him.
Yeah, Kez on the Elise. He used to always go early Sightstone. We'll see if he actually goes for more early combat presence or does go super vision centric with the Elise. When a lot of the other junglers, Reignover and Svenskeren, have been taking it, it's been mostly about invades and bullying the other jungler. We'll see how Kez decides to play this, because he's usually more of a counter gank, set up vision and control and track the enemy jungler rather than pick fights. Not really giving anything away though in the opening round here from Echo Fox. Big was really strong on the Braum in the last game, so
I don't see the Karma not coming in here for TSM. There's the Karma, there's the Gnar. They will lock those two in. Biofrost gets what he would like and actually toss KFO off the Gnar this game.
Yeah, I actually like that takeaway here, because the Gnar was a pretty big playmaker for Echo Fox in the last game, and KFO played it very well. As we said as well, he doesn't really have super bad matchups. He can play defensively pretty easily. Also can defend dives if you're able to charge up your Gnar bar. So
yeah,
very good blind pick, I feel like right now. Any sort of champion that you want to pick into Gnar to really punish him is going to take a coordinated effort, and it will have to be, the enemy team's also going to have to send jungle pressure there as well. Try and gank them. You can't really do it on your own, especially with the recent little mini buffs to him.
I was wondering if that was Fox's choice too, because they banned the Aurelia the first game. Take the Aurelia. We'll do something,
Yeah, because Aurelia is one of those ones that she can do it. Jax can also kind of do it early on. You can kind of bully him, but Gnar can go defensive, boomerang spam. Yeah, there's the Jax. So Jax is one that can do it. And they do have an Elise as their jungler, so that's a very real possibility. They could try and camp this Gnar. Jax is going to get a lead, and Jax can bully Gnar early on, up to like level 5 or so is where Gnar can really comfortably just spam boomerang. from afar, but early on, Jax should have control, and if the Elise goes up there, you know, you get a Jax going up in that top side, you turn him into that split push menace.
Yep. Hook KFO up with Rift Herald, and he's off and running. What do we got from the side of TSM? Taking all of the time here. Through their countdown, we did see the Talia Gragas first being hovered, and it will be the Talia Gragas. So still a lot of movement coming in for this TSM team.
All right, more Talia. Bjergsen already was able to display some Talia strategies here for TSM in North American LCS. And Gragas here is also going to be able to add the extra champion movement with the ultimate, you know, bounce people around, up over the wall. Gnar can Gnar people into Talia's wall. A lot of options here for the TSM squad that they're showing. But really, you know what's core for them is this Sivir and Karma. Once again, they're going to build their whole team around this. Svenskeren's going to take up that Gragas once again. Plenty of initiation here for the likes of TSM as far as the team fights go. What really is the question that's left up in the air for Echo Fox,
Let's do it.
is the split push. And not only the split push from Jax, as we were talking about, but now they've got the Kassadin. He has teleport. You can make those plays in the side lanes to try and get going early. But also, you know, maybe you can try and answer this Talia as far as the roaming goes.
The Kassadins have been roaming around in other regions, and now we're going to see Froggen pick this out. I'm excited to see this matchup. He's saying, you know, there's going to be walls everywhere. Things we got to jump over. Can the team follow? Most of them can here in this composition.
The thing for me is that, okay, this is a really risky triangle that Fox are setting up. They have a Jax top, Kassadin mid, and that Elise is going to have to help out those matchups. Like, if those matchups don't go well early, then it's going to be really rough for Echo Fox. And the one thing to me that always stood out about Kassadin and most other people is that he doesn't have the wave clear, so you can push him in. Talia right now in the current state she is in, has really good wave clear. Even level 1 can one-shot the caster minions with her Q. So I would look for TSM to go with their same old strategy where they shove up their lanes, you know, get control that way, try and deny Froggen CS under his turret.
Get the pressure in the jungle as you push him up. See if you can just stall him out right in the beginning. Well, you see the compositions on your screen. Once again, head over to Twitter. Make sure you cast your vote. Hashtag TSMWin or hashtag FOXWin. Also, hashtag LCS Big Plays. I'm still learning. Everybody else tag it as well at LOL Esports. We're going to get into game 2. We're about to be on the rift for TSM versus Echo Fox. Echo Fox put up quite a fight in game 1. We're going to be hitting the rift here in game 2 with TSM in that 1-win momentum. Can they keep it going, and can they take that NALCS win record?
Ooh, interesting. TSM actually going to come out with 5-man level 1 rather than the normal defensive spread here. Go for an invade up on this red quadrant here of Fox. Let's see. They're splitting, trying to find the duo lane to see if the duo actually were going to come check. But no duo found for TSM, and they're going to group up and press through with 5. They should be able to get their heap wards down. Now, Echo Fox, we mentioned the pitfalls of a champion select like this, where you've got this Jax that you want to get going, and as well the Kassadin. There are upsides as well. If you can get Kassadin those early kills, really starts to snowball. And Froggen does have teleport. So we'll see if they can try and manage that.
I like the choice of Elise there. Cocoons, lock people down, get the slows, get the kills.
Yeah, and then Keith is on that mobile Lucian. And kind of fend for himself there as Big decides to create a fissure, try and spread the team fights away. Really, though, it is going to be about the splitting here for Echo Fox. They don't want to fight the 5-man TSM squad.
And that's the thing, too. Kind of puts you on that timer. TSM knows exactly what that composition is capable of and not capable of. So they, like you said, will be pushing up in this early game. We're going to get the matches in the top side for standard lanes. I'm liking it. See who takes control here. We'll see how the mid lane fares as well, since it should get a little bit of jungle action now.
Yeah, there's the early shove from Talia. Bjergsen takes down the wave. Oh, pretty good harass there from Doublelift and Biofrost as they find the 2 versus 2 with their deep wards and get
in that
the
cash
early
money.
shove here. It matters so much whether Karma hits the first couple, you know, mantra Qs.
Yep.
He's gained dominance in lane now. And the once Sivir gets control of the wave and starts it pushing, you can't really get control back.
What a spot for it to be in as well. Just outside your turret, they can put enough damage on you to maybe get a kill. You have to stay back. Oh, against the wall. It's actually very hard to stand against the wall against an opponent who can throw straight projectiles because you're telling them where you're going.
And they're doing a really good job. If you look at the angles that Doublelift and Biofrost are taking, Biofrost set up that the boomerang there from Doublelift with a Q of his own. Down bottom, though, there's that early action we were looking for in the Jax lane.
That would have been a Narbar, too. Interesting timing there for KFO and Kez, but they get out, and so does Hauntzer.
Yeah, Hauntzer's gonna have to play that defensive mode Gnar now. Spam your boomerang. Yeah, you're gonna lose out on a few CS, but do not let Jax get the early kill on you, because if he does and has the extra item advantage to continue all ins, then it gets pretty hard, and he'll punish mini form. Here goes Kez, though. There's a triangle between mid lane and what is now bottom lane.
Yep.
That we're kind of trying to set up for Kez. Makes his visits to both solos. Hauntzer, though, is giving back.
It's good. Nice counter-strike, stop Hauntzer from adding any more. He also avoids a good bit of minion damage.
Yeah, plus KFO, starts channeling his Corruption Potion. And once the counter-strike goes off and does the damage, it gets his extra burn damage from Corruption Potion. So pretty well traded there by KFO. After he cleans up the minions, he should be able to do just fine in that lane. Pretty deep ward there from TSM as they spot out Keith and Big. Going to lifesteal off the Krug.
Froggen was going to back, but he'll take one more wave. Bjergsen already has. He comes back with a quick Negatron cloak. Make sure Froggen can't just pop him out of lane with that damage from Kez. So they'll be a little mistimed in this, but the teleports may come into play for Froggen.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this counter pick that Froggen has prepared for Taliyah, because we haven't seen much Taliyah, at this level. Pro play definitely different from regular rank Q. See, Hauntzer doesn't even have a ward, but he knows. I am Gnar. I just blew my flash last time. This is the defensive boomerang spam playstyle. You have to set up once you are down like that, and Kez is going to back off because Hauntzer's playing so defensively and sacrificed a few minions, but there you go. You take jungler pressure, you don't die, and your cannon minion barely lives for you. Great. That is superb news.
Help
for the
the
top
push.
laner. Yes.
That valiant minion. Oh. Could have just stopped short.
See? Patience.
Live. Uh-oh.
Now he's got a jungler coming down.
Big guy creeping. So is Kez. Looking for the counter, actually, knowing where the wave was, thinking they could get a quick hit before he gets under the turret. And Svenskeren says, I smell something going on in the bot lane. It is going to be Mountain Drake for the first one up, which both teams would love to get, just not yet. This matchup is interesting, as you said before, because Froggen, you can dodge a lot as Kassadin, but then you can also dodge onto worked ground, so Bjergsen won't get as much out of his volleys as well. So it's kind of a game where you're playing against Bjergsen, but also trying to be in a position where he has less and less ability to use.
Yeah, Froggen's been doing really well in this matchup. He's almost to that level 6 breakpoint that you want, so that you actually have kill pressure. Up until this point, it's just farm hard, try and use my first teleport to get back to lane, so I can actually get to my level 6.
Yep.
Now he's right within that point, and it's going to allow not only the kill pressure, but it's also going to allow him to play a little bit more aggressively and try and extend a bit more for CS.
I was like, where's Hauntzer? He's down in base, coming back in. 43 to 40 is KFO actually has a very nice hold on that wave in the bot lane to get himself back up. Froggen sees Svenskeren, catalyst for him to start off. It looks like it's not going to do too much just yet.
Yeah.
Stacking time, though.
Froggen also is just maxing Null Sphere for the trades that he's going to try and take with Taliyah, rather than putting any early points. He just has that 1 point in the Force Pulse for the AoE. He's really focusing on that trading 1 versus 1. Here goes Kez again. So heavily attracted to this bottom lane. But again, both lanes know this. That's one of the things I say, yeah, you can get someone who can try and pressure a Gnar, but both teams are going to know that that's going to require the extra presence of the junglers, and Hauntzer's doing a very good job of playing defensively, and he's not even that far behind in CS. He's had to give up some, but the boomerang spam is just too reliable.
Yeah, he should have a pretty decent wave collapsing in on him as well. Kez into the jungle as he knows his top side is being invaded and keeping big. Playing a little bit more careful, knowing that they don't have as much control as they would like up there.
Yeah, I mean, the duo lane is the one that's really paying the price for Kez's camping bottom. Kez has been spotted bottom pretty much 24/7. The entire game, basically. And that allows Doublelift and Biofrost, who had early control of the lane, to really pull the trigger. This is also level 6 Gragas.
Time to party. Here comes Bjergsen as well. He is weaving walls up to the top lane. It'll be the first one to Doublelift. Can they capitalize? It is a volley and an auto from Bjergsen onto Biggs. Svenskeren gets the heal in. A very nice save there as he almost goes down to Froggen's roam. As trying to push mid lane as Echo Fox scramble to get something off of this play.
And again, TSM always looking to identify that point of weakness as early as possible. Kez spotted for the bottom on the bottom side for like the 4th time. Svenskeren's been up in that jungle. He already counter jungled and put down wards. This time he's able to hit level 6 first because he hasn't been spending as much time, trying to camp. There goes Bjergsen though. Whoop. There you go. Arrive on the surfboard, and Doublelift does most of the damage. Whoop, whoop.
Is that what it sounded like?
Whoop, whoop. Yep, that's what those little pebbles sound like when you try and dash over them. Braum there, you can see any sort of move dashes like that over Talia's field are gonna kill you. Boomerangs were coming through though, so he was kind of, damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. I guess those ones are actually more ice than they are pebbles. But regardless, ice pebble. KFO though is going to be able to get up this Glimpse of the Void. That is what they put so much of their effort in with this champ select, right? They're like, you know what, KFO, you love playing your carries, you want to split push. Here you go. We're going to play the Jax. We're going to camp for you. Oh, Froggen comes in actually, and they hand it off.
Yeah, the 1-3-1 time.
That's the benefits of being the elder on the team, I guess. It is my time to split push, KFO. You got all the ganks. I shall take the buff. See if Froggen can make this gank up top work. Once again, Hauntzer, defensive play, has the ward down, sees him, teleports to the other side.
Whoa! Keith has nowhere to go. Svenskeren behind him once again. Deja vu, but the other side of the map. And now they're on to Big once again. Rinse and repeat for Team Solo Mid.
They play to the strong side. Once again, Hauntzer's like, you know what? I see them coming on my ward. Everybody from Echo Fox, or at least the majority of Echo Fox, everybody except for the 2 who died, we're up on the top side. He's like, you know what? Overload the bottom side. Let's kill them again. We know they don't have escapes. Woo! Ay, ay, ay.
So much catch there. She was able to shove one back. Froggen could still bounce his way out. And see this bot lane again, just so forceful.
Yep. Getting poked down again under the turret. Then they make the call. Teleport comes in, and they isolate.
Nice try.
There's nowhere for the Echo Fox bottom lane to go. TSM recognized the focus that Echo Fox are trying to put on Jax in the top side. They pay him back on the other side of the map. Plus, Hauntzer's only down, 10 CS? That's not so bad. 8. Good try there from Echo Fox, though. Valiant effort, especially in game number 1. This game, they took a big risk. We said it was a risky champion select. And it is starting to go against them. So it's going to look like a pretty snowbally game, because of the risk that they knowingly took. And they're like, you know what? We're going to try for this Jax Kassadin. If it doesn't work out, then yeah, maybe it'll be a spectacular failure. But we said they don't have much to lose, and they're down for taking these risks. Plus, they still have a chance. Froggen could make a good teleport play. KFO's teleport's coming up kind of soon. Uh-oh, Keith though.
Whoa.
It feels like there's nowhere to go for this Fox bottom lane, as Big and Keith have had to fend for themselves, and there is now literally nowhere for them to go under the turret. They are toast.
They dropped the wall, realizing Svenskeren still needs to get through, but it may have cost them too much time.
No tower aggro.
DPS follow through. Keith has fallen, and it looks like they're going to be able to get out of that and find this turret shortly after.
We're finally seeing why it was so important for TSM in all of their interviews for the past like 2 years. They've been talking about, we want to be able to play off of any lane. We want any lane to carry. We want to be able to play from bottom lane. We want to be able to play from mid lane or top lane. This is why that's so important for a team, to have a well-rounded team. Because they can attack the other side of the map if they recognize the other team's focus. You know, Hauntzer just plays defensively. Rest of the team takes over. They play on the other side.
But it'll never happen, Kobe. Bjergsen and Doublelift need so much resources.
They're just going to fight all the time.
Fight all the time.
Here we go, though. I mean, you got to feel bad for Big and Keith. There's nowhere. They're just constantly running through their own base, zigzagging around, and Bjergsen hops over the wall. Ice walls, shields them off. Svenskeren doesn't get tower aggro here.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's fine. Gets locked up, and they're able to walk away anyways. But Echo Fox have gotten the neutral objectives. So even though TSM are out to a pretty big gold lead for this early and 5-0 kill lead, Echo Fox did get that Rift Herald, and they did get this Mountain Drake, which is one of the Drakes that allows for huge comebacks. Because, hey, if TSM make a mistake and, you know, you catch a couple people out, you have the extra damage to actually turn, you know, a couple picks into a Baron or something.
They may not have great wave clear, but when they get to those turrets, drop them real quick.
Plus, you know, things are looking up. Jax has Trinity Force.
Yeah. Few things to make you turn the other way if Hauntzer were to try to take a fight out of form. And he may actually have to here. Froggen, fortunately for Hauntzer, walks over a pink ward, so he'll have a little bit more time to get himself into defensive position. Bot lane's being pushed now by Doublelift, and you're going to see this sway down here from Fox to the bot side of the map, maybe. Yeah,
this is one of those things we were talking about where part of it was Doublelift and Biofrost, you know, doing really well in lane to earn the CS leads that you see on Doublelift. And then also part of it is that Sivir, side lane, look, annihilate 5 waves at once. Boom. And all the way to the turret.
He's been doing this for the last 10, 15 seconds. Big rest of the team getting here a little late. Kaz getting knocked in. Svenskeren with an over-the-wall ultimate. Throws him off guard, and Fox is forced to retreat completely out of this. They may actually lose another one. Pings go back for the blue, though.
Yep. Meanwhile, on the other side, the 2 solos here for Fox trying to make a play once again on Hauntzer. But once again, Hauntzer, defensive plays. He avoids. And he is going to have to give up territory and give up more CS. But he lives. He has not died this whole game. And it feels better, even though it's more gold to be down 40 CS or something like that. Feels better. You haven't died, and you haven't given up map pressure. Bjergsen, though, base check on the Froggen. Svenskeren's here, so numbers advantage for TSM as they try and chase.
One Rift walk out. Looking for the rest of the team. They're all chasing down below. TSM has quite a good grouping here right inside the tri-brush. They have full vision as well. Fox is running blind at the moment. Just a few surrounding wards. They back out of this fight. They know they have bot lanes to clear as TSM's pinging them to say, hey, we actually have control with these waves. What do we do?
Well,
it's like they just hold on to mid.
Yeah, they can pretty much start to take over jungle vision. Whoa, Bjergsen actually gets knocked up and stunned.
There it is. Pulling the trigger on the side of Echo Fox. And Biofrost cannot do much to save Bjergsen. First time he goes down.
There you go. They're on the board. They make a pick here in mid lane. Kill also goes over to Froggen, so the gold's in the right place.
They can keep doing this. Doublelift wants to stand a little farther out. Froggen can get these in-out plays. Every time Doublelift keeps throwing out those boomerangs, he's helping Froggen a little bit. Teleports are up for Fox. We've actually seen KFO and Froggen working together, so I don't know how much they're going to be able to utilize those TPs, but here's the mid play again.
Yeah, big knock-up right into the cocoon.
Yep.
Really like the initiative there from Echo Fox. Taking matters in their own hands. Definitely necessary at this stage. Because TSM are building up quite a sizable item lead.
I like it so far. Still kind of wonder how Fox didn't decide to go with Ashe again, but it works with the Lucian, still quite strong.
I think what the idea there was with that is that this time around, you know, even last time when it was more team fighting for Echo Fox, Ashe was having a hard time positioning. And this time around, if you've got a split pushing Jackson and
Right,
Cassidy
and
that's going to
Cassidy.
do his own thing, and Elise is not really a front line, then all you've got is your support as your front line, really.
That's true.
You need something with a little bit more safety. Keith feels better with extra mobility from Lucian.
Kind of going down last game too. She's like, all right, we'll just go. Let me be able to protect myself here. He's looking for 50 CS now to catch up on Doublelift, who has been soaking up these side waves, along with Bjergsen. 182 for him. They both have a lead over their lanes. And like we said, it's going to look a little grim if Fox falls behind, but we see the potential for picks. Also from TSM side here. Oh no, it's just the other side of the wall.
Almost knew.
The volley for Bjergsen missed, but the follow-up damage, even with missed abilities, is so high. They cancel out KFO. Svenskeren gets that kill. And now it looks like it's going to be mid lane for them, because since the side pressure is basically gone. Froggen's coming over.
Gragas' giant model doesn't look like he should be able to hide there, but here comes the cutoff. The Talia wall. Svenskeren actually going to get tower aggro this time around.
He walks right into the frying pan, gets taken down. Bjergsen gets in Earth Mover onto Big.
Yeah.
He goes down. Unraveled Earth, rather. Like
Maybe
so many
a
earthy play moves.
seismic shove. Yeah, I don't know. Big might have actually move blocked over it again. Wasn't quite sure. We'll have to see in the replay, but regardless, he did go down.
Uh-oh.
Kez on the run.
Spider on the run, up the spout, down the spout, never to go anywhere again. Gets burned down. Kez falls. About 35 seconds now on the death timers, and that's enough time to grab quite a bit on the map.
It's a dangerous spout. It's in his own jungle, and the TSM are all over it. Just unlucky for him there, but yeah. Sven maybe a little bit baited there by the Talia wall. Yeah, here's a small corner. That's a big dude hiding in a small shadow there. Sven's gonna be able to get the kill as well. You missed your shots. I'll take this kill. Thank you very much. Here we go, though. This is the cutoff wall, but it actually ends up being all that happens is Sven is isolated with the Echo Fox members too far away from the rest of the TSM team. Big puts up the wall. He flashed in and then no, he didn't jump across it, so that wasn't his own fault. He just got killed on it, and trade 1-for-1 plus the extra turret for TSM. So TSM increase their gold lead. Infernal Drake is up for TSM. That's exactly what they want, but first they want Keith.
Oh, against the wall makes it so difficult, but he actually has nowhere else to go. The boomerang easily hits. Now
Jugular
they
power.
extend that lead. So the 300 and something gold lead Echo Fox had last time at 20 minutes is now a 6,000 gold deficit as TSM find out what Echo Fox is doing. They kind of read the playbook they came in with this game into this game with, and they've been able to pretty much play around each of those engagements.
Yeah, but meanwhile, the game plan is still the same for Echo Fox. KFO is split pushing. He's up to inhibitor turrets now as TSM do try and take that Infernal Drake.
The Ninja Tabis to kind of hold strong against Hauntzer. Get some damage down onto that as TSM pick up Infernal Drake, number 1 of the game for them. So each team now 1-1 on Dragon Control. Kez still trying to get himself into the jungle now. Dies in his own, but says, you know what? I like danger. We're going to the enemy's jungle. And it may actually cost him his life. Biofrost? That was not an ultimate that he used, so he could still ult shield the team. There's one over onto Bjergsen. That was the ult shield.
Not the spout again!
Kez back and forth.
Please,
No,
not the spout!
It was the broom that time.
Oh no. He tried to flash over the spout and run away, but...
It's going to be a 21-minute Baron. That means Kez is down. No 50-50 chance. I don't think anybody's going to hop in for this. So I'm a liar. There we go. The TP's coming down. That's going to be from
everybody
Froggen.
get in here!
He's in. Froggen's very low. Flashes to the backside of the pit. It's going to get hit. Oh my God. KFO gets the Baron. Fox needs to get out now with the lives that they have. And Froggen, one of the guys that can still split push, does have the Baron buff.
That is hilarious. It was at 9 health because they killed Svenskeren first, so they killed the TSM Smite. And the Baron, when I actually see the Baron regenerate from 9 health to like 20 something. All right, let's look at this. Everybody's in there. They focus down Sven. Sven dies before it goes under 900. Then it's at 400, just sitting there. Everybody's trying to fight. Focus on the team fight. There's so much chaos. 17 health, 20 health. Hey, look at that. Boom, got it. Sick.
Oh my word. Still a lot of kills picked up by TSM. The gold lead is there, but the minion wave push becomes a little bit harder. They have a little bit of a pause button now here, but I'm not sure Echo Fox can really use this to too much advantage. They can stop Froggen now that he doesn't have a teleport and just take the fight to him.
This is some great breathing room for Echo Fox.
Yeah, that is true.
Especially since they're the team that wants to spread the map and pressure with their double teleports, their split pushers. Now you have Baron on at least Froggen. Let's see.
Yeah,
KFO lives. No,
big.
KFO died, so he doesn't have it. But Froggen at least does have it. So you can have, 2 sections of buffed up minions with Keith holding mid.
They're still going the same way too. Looks like they're gonna hover on that bottom side. You might be able to take out Froggen, but you can't take out Froggen and KFO.
Oh, Kez.
Looking real low. Kez needs to get out of there. And, Froggen's actually looking to route around if Hauntzer was there already. TSM answering to the top side. They're on second tiers. And now with the Lichbane and Triforce, it's actually pretty fast that KFO and Froggen are going to take these down with the Mountain Drain.
Yeah, what Fox want right now are objective trades, because they're still really behind in gold. So, they just flood the map with more gold going down by trading a bunch of turrets. And they're very happy to get that extra little bit of cash. KFO actually wants more than that. Oh, and the reason being, TSM stayed for an inhibitor turret. Now they're going to try and cut off the split pushers. Can Hauntzer stop the recalls? Because if TSM close off this retreat here...
KFO has to start now. He has an 8-second back. It's a 4-second going in for Froggen. He can get out of this with a Rift Walk any way he wants, but KFO, he's here for the fight, and they took too much time. Can the rest of the team push down mid? Is it low enough? It looks like it still has, not enough health. They should be able to go for it, but don't take the time to.
Froggen trying to delay them so that they can try and get mid pressure, as you say. He's trying to delay them, but he's only one casted in, and he can't do enough.
Bringing them back to the team, too, so they're not going to be able to push the turret, even if they wanted to. Could have taken that route down through the Dragon area.
Yeah.
They still would have probably met TSM members at the turret due to the push, but 25 minutes in, Fox tried to bite back and get a little bit of the structures on the board. Still 7-4 in turrets, however, so all that gold for TSM.
Yeah, TSM still a very good handle on this game. The main door wide open
here. They're all sitting on over 1,000 gold right now, and they're still in Echo Fox's base. At 2,000 for Doublelift, 507, but they're ready to take the fight.
Yeah, they want to get the inhibitor before they leave here. Might get chased off, though.
Yeah.
Echo Fox want them off their lawn. Froggen's going to go down here. I don't think he can get much done, though. Maybe they hold on to this outer... Oh, there's no turret there. Hold on to the rubble. I remember I once had a turret standing here.
The memory.
Those were good days. TSM keeping up the pressure, though. There goes Sven.
This will lead into that middle inhibitor turret, if they want it. KFO is trying to come over now. Could get the side swipe through the gate on the fight. Repel goes up for Kez. He's used his disengage, and the wall goes over. We've seen this quite a few times, but the minion wave a little too far back for the use here.
Nobody saw that.
KFO. A little laugh over, but he still knows this is going to go down. They say, yeah, you want to laugh? You want to laugh about this now? They start taking the base 25 minutes in. TSM is making Echo Fox work for this game, too. And they leave.
Yeah, TSM are just throwing ultimates at the ground here. Bjergsen first, then Hauntzer nars all the minions. They don't really need those. And they do end up getting an inhibitor before they leave the base, so #1 goal completed for TSM. Now they can go back, spend all that money you were talking about. Doublelift, actually, since they're so far ahead, doesn't get Infinity Edge, gets the Bloodthirster for the added survivability. Feels like he has plenty of damage because they're so far ahead anyway. Would just rather keep his the 0 in the death column. I don't know what I was going for there. Here we go, though. KFO's gonna try to split push.
I love you. I was like, he's gonna get it. He's got it.
There we go. Infernal #2. Let's stack that one up. And that will complete the snowball roof. Funny how...
not getting any easier.
Yeah. Open inhibitor in mid, too, so very clear path here for TSM. They try and close in on the Echo Fox base. Sven does not have flash this time around, though. So Keith should live a bit longer.
Minion waves actually pretty far out. Fox have a little bit of time to play with here, but they can't get onto Doublelift. They know he'll shield off whatever initially comes out. Culling, barely hitting a few, more like the tickling, and it looks like Hauntzer is going to get locked up during that one. Did not ult, however, but the disengage from TSM, they say, do not want.
Oh, big wants.
Froggen wants, though. He's in. Zanyas goes down for himself. Hauntzer is trying to wallop onto him, and they bop back KFO. Counter-Strike is up. A few dodges there. He actually stays alive. Hauntzer with the flash chase. The boomerang comes up. Doesn't even need the hyper hit. And it looks like 50 seconds on the clock means TSM can stay for the long haul. And these Nexus are going to be falling just as fast as the Fox members. They're trying to get to the base for the HP. We do have the home guard on right now, and they are not going to be able to use too much of it. Stopped immediately coming out of the base. The turrets are going down to super minions as TSM continues to get the kills on the stat board. After Froggen now making sure he can't do any AoE damage. The next turret is in TSM's eyes, and they will not let a repeat happen of the first time they faced Echo Fox with a loss. It's a 2-0 coming through this time, and they're going for a few more kills. Look at the Nexus, gentlemen. It's almost dead, and there they go. 28:30 on the clock. TSM 2-0 over Echo Fox.
TSM once again. This game, very, very clean from them. A lot more impressive win from the very early stages of the game. I had to say, Hauntzer's play, it's rare that you're really, really impressed by a super defensive play. But with Echo Fox throwing almost all the ganks at him for the first 20 minutes of the game, he was able to play defensively, get that boomerang spam in for Gnar, and actually does not die the entire time.